To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go from Ford Field. Oh, and he gets it all wrong. Penalty flag's going to come in and mark this one out beyond the 40-yard line.
You got caught. It took you so long. You got that one right. You got attitude. First down, fellas. Trouble to make up on these guys, man. Go tonight.
On play action. Goff. Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. Picked off by Lazarte's Davis. And the Buccaneers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So you work all week on your opening script, Mike, and what happens? Well, that opening script is going to have to wait until your second possession. The defense comes out with a big stop early. They get the interception, and now it's the opposing team going out looking to take this early lead.
Set. 180.
They run with the argument. It's Bucky Irving. And he will score! Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about, and they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Lions nothing. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he looks past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
At the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. Oh, he didn't need much. I don't think he got there. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
No gain on the play.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving. on fourth down.
For a Lions.
Mike, I think the way we've seen the NFL going these past couple years is I think all these quarterbacks, they love when the call comes in for the sideline for quarterback sneak. Hey, coach, put the game on my shoulders. This offensive line, I'm going to get this first down. And that's exactly what this just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 3. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Third and 6. And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face third and long.
Black 20!
From the gun, it's gone. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That's over the middle and intercepted.
And we've seen this throughout the entire game. Like, these receivers are having a hard time uncovering against this secondary. You force a quarterback to throw into a lot of tightly contested windows, it's going to end up in the wrong hands.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Defended by Kirby Joseph.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. A short run there to Otten.
Mayfield
Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
And they will finally track him down. Great cover. Field leads to a sack.
A loss of 6 yards. And it's 3 and out.
1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. On to the second, Buccaneers in possession of the football. So on 4th down, Riley Dixon on the punt for Tampa Bay. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman.
Khalif Raymond on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at at their own 32-yard line.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is brought in. He'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's good for a Lions.
On 1st down, it's gone. That's a short one from the 40. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's another
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
They hand it to Gibbs. And shedding and right, winding his way for a gain of 8.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
He's trying to get low. Push forward. I don't think he got there. He did not. He is short, and they've turned it over on down. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. He finds Mr. Reliable, Mike Evans.
Mayfield's pass.
Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Second down throw for Mayfield. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The Lions called their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
Nice job bouncing back there on 2nd down. 1st down, they gave up way too many yards and put them in 2nd and short. But now they can gain some of that back with that sack and brings up 3rd and medium, and the likelihood of getting off the field just went up.
And on 3rd down, the ball incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Raymond going to return it.
Khalif Raymond on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Goff in the pistol. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
He was defended by Jamel Dean.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, here comes Gibbs. And a nice run there as he soldiers forward, a gain of 8, and sets up third down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout.
We got this. All right, let's go.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second.
Just happy. Get these 3 points.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Please, we need it.
Yeah, baby.
Here we go.
Dan Campbell will opt to bring out the field goal unit. This a 57-yard attempt. This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Now, this is a surprise. Right out of the locker room, they'll try the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Pretty bold call right there, but what you're looking for out of the locker room is just a spark of some sort. They thought they could get it on their special teams. They don't. Now they put their defense in a tough spot, trying to not allow them to extend this lead.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Aiden Hutchinson. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they had a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On 2nd down, Baker scrambling to his left. Going up top for Evans. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And it'll be 3rd down. Mayfield to throw. This one is caught by Shepard. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
It's a gain of 15.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space. And they're able to convert.
On for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers will extend to a 10-0 lead.
Lions nothing.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. And no chance to return this one
The Lions take
through the
over
end
first
zone
and
for a
10
touchback.
at their own 35-yard line.
5.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
12. Hut. 120. DC. Turbo.
Goff to throw. Inside, that's St. Brown. And that'll go for a gain of 7. and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 3.
12, 12, 12, 12. Tiger, Tiger.
Throwing here is gone. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Isaac Tesla was the intended target.
Jacob Parrish,
and it's going to bring up fourth down.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
180.
On fourth down, Goff. That is caught down the field. The first set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
And the Lions first down.
They'll run with Gibbs. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7.
At the 21-yard line. Brings up second down.
On second down, Goff escaping to his left. He's going to run it.
Here we go. 180. Shell.
Here's a handoff. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. Brings up second down.
Shotgun. It's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jameer Gibbs. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Brings up third and 4.
Here's Gibbs. He's going to have a Lions first down. Able to get the third down conversion.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good. 4 on Lions. First down. First and goal on the 6-yard line.
He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Hey, lift. What's that?
Now, Goff. That'll be caught. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
The onside
That's a risky call here, but I understand what they're thinking. You find yourself down in the third quarter. How do we steal some possessions? How do we get the ball back to our offense to cut into this deficit? But now in return, it's your defense that now has the tough task.
On first down is Mayfield. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete. Trying to hook up with Cade Otton that time around. And that will lead to a second down. Baker going to give it to Irvin. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. A pickup there of 13. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
First down, Buccaneers.
Regular.
We'll go again here with Irvin. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Brought down at the 18-yard line.
So, points
A gain
at
of
a
11 on the
premium.
play.
Defensive
First
battle
down,
so far
Tampa Bay.
as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. Mayfield. He's got it about the 8. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
Goal, Tampa Bay.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Here's a run. A second effort, and he is in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa.
Chase McLaughlin lining
His
up for
second
the point
touchdown
after.
of the afternoon. McLaughlin
The kick
good
is
on the
good.
extra point. And the
Makes the
Buccaneers will
score
make it a two-score
Buccaneers
game as
17.
they are now up
Lions
9.
8. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
17, 7, 120, Super 1.
Goff to throw on first down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall
Intended for
to the ground.
Amon-Ra
It's
St.
incomplete.
Brown. Incomplete.
They'll try again here. Second
Leads to
and
second
10.
and 10 at the 35-yard line.
12, 12, 12. What's that?
Throwing, Goff. Pressure gets there. Down he goes. So
A loss
backed
of
up
9 on the
after the
play.
sack,
Brings
and
up
now
third
it's
down.
third and long. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down.
120.
They'll go for it. Here's Goff. And he's going to have a first down on what will be a big play there.
It's a gain of
On
30.
fourth and long.
And the Lions first down.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
It's a
Ball
pickup
on
of
the
3.
40 now.
Brings up
Here's
second
second
and 7.
and 7. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here near the 40.
Take over first
Look,
and
Mike,
10.
the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Handoff, it's Irvin. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was taken down.
So these
behind the
situations,
line
Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think
Bucky Irvin inside the 20. And he will score again. Bucky Irvin. Touchdown, Buccaneers. That is Shore Stadium in Pittsburgh. Tonight, a good one. Straight ahead. It's the Detroit Lions and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go from the Steel City. That'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Austin brought in motion. A first down throw from Rodgers. He'll get back to Jalen Warren. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Rodgers on 3rd and 2. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A gain there of 16 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
Pittsburgh Steeler. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
No run. This is Jalen Warren. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. In the shotgun, it's A-Rob. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I could promise you they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. This one, it's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
51-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will take a 3-0 lead.
Lions,
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Chris Boswell, the
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
You see Jared Goff now taking the field, and he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, and he's certainly quieted a lot of skeptics around the league, Mike, and leading this Lions team to the NFC Championship just a season ago. He has his eyes set on taking that next step. And a strong performance here certainly helped him achieve that goal.
The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver.
Brings up second and
it'll lead to a second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on third down.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Laporta in motion. From the gun on third down. It's gone. Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown, Amon-Ra gives the Lions a first down.
First down, Lions.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Down the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Juan Thornhill up from his secondary spot to make the play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's 2nd and 9. First carry for David Montgomery. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, it's gone. He's caught offside by St. Brown. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Detroit.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Jahmyr Gibbs, the ball carrier. Deshaun Elliott there on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Steelers' 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 2. Straight ahead with Gibbs. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down
at the 17-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. And a Lions first down.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective both run and pass, and right now the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
Laporta in motion. First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second down at the Steelers' 11-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Laporta in motion. Once again, it's Gibbs. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on 3rd down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
On 4th down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. The Lions will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Steelers offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Start this on the ground with Warren. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
28-yard line. Brings up second down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 4. From the gun, Rodgers. He's going to air this one out. He's got it! A great connection there. We're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. That's just a big-time play.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Barnes on the tackle. A 2-yard gain brings up second down at the 28-yard line.
2nd and 7. Once again, it's Warren. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Steelers first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Second down, they need 7. The master of play action, Rodgers. He's got his big tight end. Fire move. Touchdown, Steelers.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. He's got it. And the Steelers take a 10-3 lead.
It's the score, Steelers 10, Lions 3.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready for their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Play action. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes. That's the 4th time All-Pro T.J. Watt getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Goff to throw. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
The Steelers take over.
Steelers offense headed back to take over once more. They had that field goal in the opening drive, the touchdown last time they had it. 2 drives, 2 scores, and here's drive 3. First down for Harry. There's a short one caught by Fireman. And they'll get enough passes that they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up second and 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on them early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
He's going to air one out for Metcalf. He's going to be brought down inside the 15. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 53 yards.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Rodgers on first down. That one incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Second and 10. Again, it's Rodgers. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's third and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the third and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Reynolds now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. Williams in motion. He'll go play action with Goff. He'll get this out wide, and he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle gets him down behind the line.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Isaac to Small. And him up and down, just shy of the 40. 15 yards through the air. Good for a Lions first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, Gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
And it's a short pickup to about the 42 with Deshaun Elliott on the tackle.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. Brings up second down.
They face second down and 7. Goff can get this out to St. Brown. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Throwing here is Goff. Right side, that's Laporta, the tight end. And the defense picks him up for a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first
A
down.
gain of 7. First down, Detroit.
So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Lions ball to begin this second quarter. Here's 1st and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. Off the play fake, here's Goff. We'll go right back to the border. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
24-yard gain.
That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So,
That is dropped. That could be a live football.
these are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball. More bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often. And when they do, you got to seize the moment.
Throwing on second down. Goff. The right side, that's St. Brown. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
And it's third down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's first and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Goff just going to tap this one forward. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
It's a loss of 1.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Gibbs. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force fourth down.
Pretty big swing here in the mindset of the defense. Before the play, you're thinking, man, we're on the 1-yard line. Pretty likely that it ends with a touchdown. But instead, you send them back 5 yards, and your chances of holding them to 3 just go up.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This About as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good.
The score,
And the Lions are able to get it back within a score.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers' offense ready to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Rodgers, moving left, he runs with it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 2. Off the play fake. Rodgers. This one complete to Hayward. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
That'll be caught by the running back one. They'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 7. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Roman Wilson was the intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. From the gun, it's gone. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Forced out left.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's third down and a few inches. They'll try to sneak it here. That's going to be good enough for a first down as he takes it close to the 20.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Detroit.
Lions.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Kick is complete. It's Williams over the middle. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 6 yards, and it's third down.
Here's a third down and 4. Goff to throw. Take it in. He's got it. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Lions first down.
First down, Detroit.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
All right, here with Gibbs. Not much there. A yard or 2 down to the 48 with Deshaun Elliott on the tackle.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. Goff to throw. A throw left side, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
From the gun, on third down, it's gone. We'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Here's Jack Fox now. He's on for the second time. We'll try to get something inside the 10. And we will not have a return on this one. Ball's going to hit and continue out of bounds.
At their own 7-yard
The Steelers
line.
offense make their way out to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now a handoff to a tight end in the running game. He'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Rodgers now. That pass reels it in on the right side. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
I think he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
Second down. Rodgers. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. DJ Reader getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down.
Sacks are drive killers. And again, sacks in my mind are more of a quarterback stat than they are an offensive line stat. You have to have a clock in your head to understand where the weakness of the protection is, where I got to go with the ball if I'm hot, and at the end of the day, just get the ball out of your hand.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. The shotgun, it's A-Rod. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. That's caught. Big gain, and that changes the complexion of this drive all the way down to the 40-yard line. Rodgers finding Wilson for a big one. 45 yards.
At the 40-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't...
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Aiden Hutchinson getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. From the gun, Rodgers. He's got his man complete to Wilson. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It's a big-time play for Pittsburgh. 35 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
When done properly, crossing routes are a great way to get your receivers the ball in space with room to run after the catch. And that's exactly what they're able to do here, executed to perfection, and they pick up a ton of yards.
And he'll take it on in. Jonnu Smith, touchdown Pittsburgh. Boswell now for the extra point. gets it through. And the Steelers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Lions 6.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Reynolds now on the return. He'll get across the 20, walking down the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start out first down and 10. Ground to start, they give it to Gill. The Lions ball there, first time up, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Brings up second down.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
On second down, Goff is caught offside by St. Brown. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. And Detroit's going to use their second timeout, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. They'll come up here, first and 10. To throw is Goff. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. We've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and we got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And he'll be forced out of bounds a yard or so shy of the marker, but it is a gain of 9 on first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stops the clock as well.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Goff to the throw here on first and 10. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Gain of 11 on the play.
How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down. Here's the third and final timeout for the Lions. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This a 31-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good.
Makes the score.
And the Lions will cut into that lead.
9.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Finding room across midfield. He's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Reynolds now on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Start this one on the ground with Gibbs. He is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And a nice gain there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing, Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot. But that'll keep this drive rolling.
7. 1st down, Detroit.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win. And that's exactly what he did here.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
A gain of 14.
A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Detroit.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. Catch is made. That is Williams. Through the middle of the field. And he will get into the end zone. Jameson Williams.
Detroit.
Touchdown, Detroit. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry in the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Now Goff leads the Lions for a two-point try.
The Lions will set up for the two-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack off the two-point conversion.
20. Lions 17.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. To start the drive, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming. It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds they've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. This fielded inside the 35. And they'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the 3rd quarter. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A run up the middle is good. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but The offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
Now Gibbs. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Throwing on second down. Goff. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Gain of 4.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Shotgun. It's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Lions first down.
First down, Detroit.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
First down, Lions.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
They hand it to Gibbs. They will take this down right to the edge of the red zone. 21. Derek Harmon, first rounder out of Oregon. There for the stop.
Second and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Here's a second and 9. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
As of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
From the gun, it's Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he'll take this one in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions have taken a 4-point advantage.
Steelers 20.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Here's a 2nd and 12. To throw is Rodgers. He'll step up and run, and he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
We'll try and run it here with Warren. He was out of the Steelers first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And it looked at first like that opening was going to close up on him, didn't it, Mike? I mean, really nice job there by the back. Patient and quickness, kind of all at the same time to find that hole. And he's able to get through to keep this drive alive.
And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1.
Down at the 37-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. To the goal line and in. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Steelers.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it, and the Steelers go up by 3. It's 27-24.
Lions 24.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half.
Chris Boswell
now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 9. Laporta in motion. Now, Goff. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
3rd down and 9. Laporta in motion. Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is brought in. And not going to catch up to him. He will score. 75 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Here's Bates for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Lions have taken a 4-point advantage.
Steelers 27.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Rodgers on first down. That'll be caught by the running back one. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. A nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Rodgers quick to Metcalf, and they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
DK Metcalf was the intended target.
Incomplete.
And it'll be second down.
It's now second and 10.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Over the middle, Metcalf has it. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
That's another Steelers first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's now
sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Steeler first down.
Taylor.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
This one is held in on the feet in bounds. Yes! Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this
And
group.
before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
31.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half.
Chris Boswell.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Reynolds now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Lions take over first.
The Lions offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Gives it to Gibbs. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Goff. They'll look to set up the screen here. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. To the 20. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 76 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the second half. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Bates now for the extra point. It's up and through. And And the Lions have taken a 4-point advantage.
Steelers 34.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. The Steelers offense and their running back, Jalen Warren, set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. The shotgun, it's A-Rod. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver, he does the rest.
He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
From the gun, Rodgers. And we brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Steelers getting ready to punt this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And he couldn't get that one to check up, and it'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback.
20-yard line.
So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run the draw with Gibbs. And this will be a Lions 1st down. He'll take it up to about the 33-yard line.
At the 33-yard line. A gain of 12. And a Lions 1st down.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one, and another 1st down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's second down.
Jr. on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
And it brings up 3rd.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Goff to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Goff hooking up with his tight end, Laporta. And they give the Lions a first down.
A gain of 12. And the Lions first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. You don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs.
Jameer Gibbs. And he's into the end zone. He's a knockout touch. Jameer Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
34.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This fielded at about the 9. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. That is Marcus Davenport in there for the sack.
At the 19-yard line.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Rodgers to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and
it was really the
16.
pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
third and long for Rodgers. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Jameer Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout.
But it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And this will be a Lions first down. He's up to the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
Two-possession lead, fourth quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stop it.
God's going to throw here on first and 10. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Laporta in motion. On second down, gone. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
All right, here with Gibbs. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He was brought down by Cole Holcomb. A gain of a yard brings up second down at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 8. Out of the shotgun. It's gone. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. T.J. Watt in for the sack. It is a loss of 8. And now it's third down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
This a must stop for this defense. Facing third and long. To the outside, that's St. Brown. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Another one through the upright. He's 4 for 4 on the game. The Lions will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Here's Gainwell to return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Play action. I believe one of the Steelers was in there and brought it in. He did. So it stays with Pittsburgh.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Here's Rodgers. Out to the flat, and it's complete. They'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
A rod out of the gun here on 3rd down. He's got his tight end. That's fire move. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well for a 42-yard.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things. A highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that,
Pro safety, Kirby Joseph, and the Lions are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
it makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. To throw is gone. That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta.
To number 87, Sam Laporta. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 12-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. We'll go play action with Goff. Left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. And that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
1st down.
And at this stage of the game, every 1st down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
And he'll get back to
this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
A second down throw for God. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
From the gun, it's done. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. A-Rod down to throw on first down. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Throwing, Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down. The Lions offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They start with the lead and the football, and they do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Pitch to Montgomery. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. One more time for Montgomery. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this defense in desperate need of a stop, and here comes third down. Well, it's another catch for his favorite target. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
First down, Detroit.
To Montgomery. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining.
At the 22-yard line.
Here comes second and 4. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. They'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, first and goal. And now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now from the 7, it's second and goal. Goff down to a knee. And that should be the final act in this one. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.